C-4 Corvette front and rear suspension retrofitted into a 1954 Chevy truck. We're going to be using a flat out engineering conversion kit for this. And we'll give you a look at the parts and pieces. Stock aluminum upper and lower control arms. Original Corvette calipers. Willwood disc rotors. And here's the cross member from this kit that's going to marry all of these pieces together so that we can install it into the 54. And you'll notice the box plates also there. We're going to be boxing the frame. And in addition, putting a stock sway bar on this. And rolling into the shop. Now this is day one. We're going to be doing a tear down. Now this truck came pretty much complete. We're going to get the front end assembly off and out of the way. And next up is the motor transmission. And we're going to be going back with a 6.0 engine with an overdrive transmission. Really, really clean truck. Now, this truck, somebody has installed a complete front suspension out of like an 81 to 87 Chevy or GMC truck. It's a really popular swap at one time. Yeah, it used all of the parts and pieces. Now we're going to be also doing the rear Corvette suspension conversion also. We're going to tackle this front first. Steering shaft out of the way. Power steering gearbox. And just getting this thing unbolted and ready to wheel out of the way. Here we go. Now somebody's put some heavy duty motor mounts on there. We'll be removing those, as well as the stock shackle brackets, miscellaneous brackets. Now that was welded on for the power steering gearbox. And here we go. Now I like using a torch instead of a cutoff wheel or grinding wheel to remove the rivets. If you take a little practice, you can knock the heads off of the rivets really nicely without gouging into the frame. And then we use the air hammer to knock the rivets out. Just taking our time, blowing off that rivet head, not gouging into the base metal. The bracket could be reused with no damage. Now, for the challenge. Okay. We're going to be using a couple of different steps to remove this motor mount. So what we want to do first is get the majority of that out of the way. Just start taking little bites out of it till we get it to where we want it. Now we're using the torch to blow away the weld bead, and we want to focus on the weld bead. And we don't want to do it all in one step, because then we would probably gouge into the frame. We don't want that. So we're taking our time, just melting, heating up, melting, blowing away that weld bead. And we don't want to go completely flush just yet. There's a little bit of residue, that's fine. That'll be taken care of in the next step. And the next step is the grinding wheel. And here again, we don't want to gouge into the metal. Keep the right angle on the grinding wheel. And again, we don't need to try to finish it off all in one step. Just a little bit at a time. If it's still a little bit high, that's fine. Now we want to straighten the metal. And we're coming back with the next step, which is a flap wheel. And you can see we're getting very, very nice results by taking our time, not rushing it, not trying to take it all in one big bite. Looking good. So we're going to finish this off with an 80 grit on an 8-inch orbital. And the motor mount is gone. All the brackets we need removed are removed. Got a nice clean frame to work with, straightened. Hey, be sure to stay tuned for part 2. We're going to box the frame next, and then we're going to be setting our cross member. Hey, and as always, thanks for watching.